Fine. Welcome, everybody. It is August 31st. This is our 30th week meeting. Quick recap. Last time we met a week ago, the final release was already out. So was DUNE RC2. We were waiting for RC3 of DUNE and of CDT. So we can check in on how that's going. We've been making big push on the communication strategy, both one-on-one with BPs and more broadly with all the Dapps developers and exchanges. So we can check in on how that's going. Testing on Jungle is ongoing. I'm not sure if we've deployed RC2 contracts. We can check in on that. And Kylin is also was all updated with power up, protocol features activated. So that's fully upgraded on Kylin now. We're just been testing now. And we can check in on how it's going with block producer upgrade. I don't have much new to provide there, but everything seems on track. So from the top, how are we doing with DUNE and CDT?
Yeah, so update there is that we did release RC3 of CDT yesterday evening. In terms of DUNE, everything that we've identified, I think, is kind of a nice to have. So we're not planning in RC at this time. We won't go stable with DUNE until we've gone stable with CDT, but that's kind of where we've landed right now, is that CDT RC3 is out. There may be no other releases other than going stable, but we'll keep this group posted.
Cool.
So, Stephen, the DUNE that's currently out will work with CDT3, right?
Yes, that should be the case. I will verify, but I have no reason to believe that it should be a problem.
And those will both go stable simultaneously if when we stable CDT then, right?
That's correct.
Thanks. Thank you.
All right. So we're pretty confident about this. Should I just say that it is, and then if it's not, let us know and I'll update that.
I think that we should just go ahead and say that it is, and I'll get you to update. That's fine.
Cool. Okay. Anything else to add on this topic? All right. Moving right along. Communication. Like I said, we're continuing one-on-one with BPs. All the BPs have acknowledged or aware are either in progress or planning to update imminently to the final release. Don't have much more to provide other than that. We'll get them to start joining. Definitely go no-go call on the 21st. We can talk about if we want to get more of them on perhaps next week and the following week.
I think Eve was even asking if we could start a go no-go call. I don't know if it would just be internally with us or broader for like a week to 10 days before September 1st, so that every day, 9 a.m., whatever it is, go, no go. So we, find, are people getting along and, upgrading? And then we know, okay, this exchange is saying they're not going to make it. And so they're just not going to be able to do transfers until they get there. And we can start to, be clear about, okay, we've got, enough of the 21, we're good there, but we've got to, the important part will be, do we have a few exchanges that are not going to make it? And that's going to be the critical part, because then you're going to have people that can't transfer on and off of their exchange.
Right.
And so you can feel free to check with Eve on that, but that is what I remember him saying in a previous one-on-one that he wanted me to let you know on this call that we should start to go.
And the idea is do daily, perhaps not necessarily on a call each day. We could do it asynchronously, or
I think
if there was a
kind of a stand-up, like just literally, whether it's 9, 8, 9:30, whatever. and just for 10, 15 minutes, like who else has now completed, who has completed, what issues have been found. And we start, somewhere in early, maybe around September 10th or 11th, and do that every day. And, definitely should be checking in. It'd be good to have some type of dashboard as to if that's what you got right here, maybe, of checking off who is already running it. And again, it's going to be important for things like Binance, Bitfinex, anyone that's an exchange. If they don't upgrade, then transfers don't work.
Yeah.
I can also give you an update. We're actually 24, so we're not too far away from active, and we're upgraded. So if somebody didn't on the BP side, it doesn't help exchanges, but if at least they could unreg, we might be able to step in and at least not be broken.
Cool. Yeah, we got a couple of standbys not far out from top 21 who are highly engaged. It's helpful. Daily go no go stand up starting around September 10th. We can start trying to coordinate that. We'll see how much, and we can do a call and try. For those who are not able to join, we can continue getting their status asynchronously.
At least we would then be able to, quickly, ascertain. So the few of us that will join the call, Eve probably would even try to join the call. I think for the asynchronous news that came in, you'd be able to show those of us on the call.
Exactly.
And
right.
And then we'd be able to decide. Eve might decide to start, making 2 a.m. phone calls and things like that based on how things are moving.
Okay. And in terms of the upgrade path, maybe that's something we should talk a little bit about too. Obviously, if we want to activate the feature upgrade on September 21st, there's going to take some time for us to collect the signatures on the MSIG. So we probably, is there a date that we should target proposing the MSIG? And is there any measures we need to take to make sure it doesn't get executed early?
Go ahead, Michael.
I'd say, most of the time you need at least a week, to kind of circle the wagons, As for preventing execution, that's about the only, best way we've had is you can stack up enough and then back off some,
right.
Engaged BPs.
Have a few of us hold, some of the engaged BPs not sign, ready to sign when we're ready.
Yes.
Alternative, I don't know if there's a way to set a minimum execution time or something like that in an MSIG. Is that a thing?
You might be able to hack something up for it, but
probably easier just to have a few of us hold off on the signatures.
They're designed to be fired at will. Once they're approved, they're fair game. So
sounds like a feature upgrade is asking for an MSIG no earlier than date. And then that way, we could set a timing and you could have all the signatures ready, but it doesn't execute earlier than the no earlier date.
Right.
Even if you want to note that, we can maybe look into that. Obviously, this will be coming up in the future as well. And it would be good to get the signatures ready, but not accidentally, implement the chain upgrade before, the time we're saying it's going to happen.
Yeah, we fought that for many, many years. Even small things, that you want the developer to be able to execute and watch it like on a console. It's always been a delicate dance.
Yeah. Hopefully no one notices this MSIG's up and doesn't execute, because anyone can execute it. They don't even have to be on the MSIG. So
well, you spend days pushing everybody, go sign it, go sign it, go sign it, go sign it. And then all the stragglers start coming in and keep bumping it back above the threshold. So you fight this ebb and flow.
Yeah. Cool. So maybe this is whatever date we decide to start doing the go no go is maybe perhaps kind of the same time. This is, hey, MSIG is up. Let's start really pushing for signatures, checking in on people's status, signing.
Maybe check the status of it
readiness.
in that Yeah, that 9 o'clock meeting, check the status of it, see if you need to pull any signatures to
Pull
pull it back
anything out.
down. So yeah, that they at least could coincide. Probably a good idea.
Okay. Okay. And yeah, I do have started tracking for the BPs, the status on here. Nation actually is, you could consider us essentially done. The only, we have a ship node that we haven't updated, and that's strictly just so that we have snapshots available for the old pre-leap upgrade, and are still doing some work on diffuse, going through some test cases, but all our BP nodes are actually upgraded, ready to go on mainnet. And like I said, we are checking in one-on-one, and everyone has acknowledged. On the exchange and Dapps side of things, Randall, are you able to provide any status updates on the responses you've been receiving, and have we received any responses on the survey?
On the survey wise, I've not received anything yet, but I've been able to have communication with Binance and Bittrex, and Matthew is working with Coinbase. So far, so good. There is no problems as of yet. They said that they are working on it and they're going to upgrade their nodes. So we're just on standby, just waiting for anyone to reach out to us if they have any problems. But so far, all the exchanges said that everything is fine. So far.
Okay, and you have a record on your side on like which exchanges have kind of given a thumbs up, which have not responded, and so far no one has raised any not going to be able to meet this upgrade. Is that right?
Yes, so far that's the case. And yeah, I have a stats on that.
Well,
great. So maybe
it would be good
you and I can,
if we could get that list of who has actually responded and acknowledged the message. That would be great.
Yes. Yeah, I was just going to say the same. Maybe we can either, I don't know if you have a spreadsheet where you're tracking that we could make public, or we could create something similar to this one here. There's probably maybe too many, but just a spreadsheet with the yes, acknowledged, not acknowledged, issues.
Upgraded.
Each of the upgraded. Yeah. So maybe Randall, you and I, we can work offline, have a look at the data you've got, and put it in a format that's shareable publicly on the next call. Or even ahead of that, we could even before then would be even better. Yeah, we can share it in our chat.
All right, we will discuss. Mm-hmm.
Cool. How is it going on Jungle? We were looking to update the system contracts. Actually, I'm not familiar. Is anyone aware of the status on that? Did that MSIG go up? I saw that Bodan acknowledged last I checked that. Looks like, okay. I don't see the MSIG has been proposed yet, but looks like Bodan is acknowledging he said he was receiving the same hashes as in RC1 for all system contracts when he was looking at the RC2 system contracts. Does anyone know why that might be? I'm guessing that's not supposed to be the case.
I don't think that there were any meaningful changes to the code base other than some of the renaming that took place to accommodate the migration into the Antelope organization. So I think the system contracts shouldn't have any big changes to it between RC1 and RC2.
Okay. So that could be
They should still
even
hash out differently, even a single change, though, right?
That's I would think. So either is it possible Bodan's looking at doing something wrong, or that the RC2 doesn't contain the changes somehow? We may need someone more technical to
I'll take
go
that
in with
action item. Excuse me, I'll take that action item offline and try and get some support from the team on that.
Okay.
If it helps, I do think RC2 was deployed on Kylin, so we could probably check against that hash,
Right.
against what Denny did.
Okay. We'll follow up with Bodan on that. Otherwise, everything from our side from testing looks fine. We haven't seen him run into any issues. I don't know if anyone else has anything to report on testing. All right. Then I think that's, again, not much new to report on Kylin either. There were, we've been also, in addition to following up one-on-one with BPs on EOS, we're making sure folks are updated on Kylin, make sure it's stable. So we've been tracking that too, and pretty much everybody is updated, and we've got the features activated. Things are so far looking good. And we are on RC2 for the system contracts.
And I don't know if it's kind of rolled into this whole bigger thing, but I do think that Denny got that savings contract deployed and tested. We got it pushed through on Kylin. I don't know. I think it's kind of part of the whole new update feature, something along the line. Anyway, it worked. Pretty cool. Awesome piece of code.
Cool. Yeah, the smart contract for savings redirection. Cool. Anything else? So offline, like I said, me and Randall will touch base and get a status update that's publicly shareable, and we'll share it in the chat. And I will start planning I'll get some BPs and as many impacted people as possible. Maybe we'll get some exchanges beyond the top 21 and Dapps developers to join those dailies as well, or at least provide their status and report those back. So we'll start. Maybe I'll get that going on the calendar. This time probably is a good time. I think we'll keep it at this same time of the day, so we can look forward to calendar invites for that. Anything else?
Just one minor correction from my end. It does sound like there's one place where we need to do a version bump inside of DUNE to ensure that it's compatible with the latest release of CDT. So we will keep you guys updated about when we get that out.
Okay. So the current release of DUNE is not compatible, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. It's a hard-coded value associated with the previous RC.
Okay, so there is this going to be another RC of DUNE then?
I'll discuss it with the team, but it makes the most sense, in my opinion, to release it as an RC just so that we have a functional stack to work with, and then probably going stable after that.
Okay.
Should be a very minor change, though, as far as I understand.
Anything else? All right, then
Well, good.
we'll
Thank
wrap
you.
things up. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
Thanks, everyone. Cheers.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Daniel.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye-bye.